Hey everybody, I am Dan Alexa,
And I'm Montsali Bowden.
and we are the co-founders of Mindful Coaching Excellence Institute, MCXI, and we are here with a new series for you today.
Yes, we sure are. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 red flags that every coach should know. And we're going to break down 5 different types of people that just aren't coachable. And I know this can be a hot topic because as a coach, we want to think everybody is coachable, but actually there are some types that just aren't coachable, or maybe they're just not ready for coaching. And we really want to help you decipher who those types are. So, as we step into our first type, is there anything else you'd like to say before we take our viewers into our first personality type?
Since this is all a surprise to me today, and we're doing this off the cuff, I can't wait. But hashtag uncoachables, let's do this.
Let's do it. All right. The number one uncoachable personality type is the know-it-all. Now, this know it all, as a coach, we do know that people show up and they do know what they need to know. But I'm not talking about people that show up with curiosity, self awareness, or ready to explore or have curiosity. I'm talking about the client who shows up and they are basically wanting validation from you that they know what they know. They don't need to explore any possibilities. They're not interested in any sort of options outside what they know. They know what they know. They don't need to know anything else. They don't need to know anything further. And so when you think of this type of personality, what's coming to mind for you?
First one is get the hell out of my office. That's the first one that comes up. Because if you know everything, why are you here?
So, yeah, so how
And
might this show up though in early engagement?
when you ask questions, the person continues to double down on what they've already done. If you ask permission to offer a perspective or share something that's coming forward that you're perceiving, they'll shut it down. They'll say, no, 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 that's not it. It's really this over here. That is a possibility. Not not saying because I don't know it all either, and I've got to sit with that. But the person who continually blocks any insight or any offering that might be different than their perceived reality, yet they're showing up for some kind of work. Why are they there? Because if they know everything and they know what to do, I know what to do. Okay, so then why aren't you doing it? Maybe that's our gap. I don't know.
Yeah, so when you think about confidence, clients showing up confident and defensive, what is the difference between those two ideas in this kind of context?
Confident person will be willing to look at where they might be making mistakes or falling short and what they can do differently. The what was the other one? Confident versus
Defensive.
defensive. Defensive person will find reasons to validate that everything they've done has been correct and it's everybody else's freaking problem. That's the other way it'll show up. They are so focused on it being everybody else's issue, they won't take self ownership.
Okay. And how do you hold boundaries when you somehow have ended up with a client, they're refusing to be coached as our sort of final tip in this type of personality?
I would have to go to a rather hard edge. And this is not what you're going to hear from most coaches. I'll just put it out there. Most of them, there might be a way you can work together. Most likely not if they're that rigid in who they are and they have no flexibility to open up. Might just have to. I'm not feeling like we're a good fit. Seems like you have all the answers. I'm not sure what I would contribute, and maybe it's not so much about they're uncoachable. Maybe we just don't vibe together, and that's when we got a call. Maybe they work better with somebody else who's willing to tolerate that. I'm not. Just we're. It's better that we don't work together.
All right. So
I
that's
won't be
number
able to serve you. Make it in their best interest. I don't feel like this is a good fit. I don't think that I can potentially serve here. Maybe somebody, maybe you know somebody who could, but don't pull yourself into somebody else's drama that doesn't serve your
That's
growth,
great.
because otherwise you'll be questioning yourself and your efficacy, and that's when we start to fall apart.
That's great. So there you have it, guys. Our number one red flag of personality types is the know-it-all. And now you know how to spot it, how to look for it and how to disengage or maybe refer them out.
Yeah. Wonderful. There's more to come. See you
More to come.
soon.
We'll see you in the next one.